Three keys to beating the Chiefs, and we're saying controlling Mahomes is an obvious one. So we're not going to look at that. Number one, you have take away the tight ends in the middle of the field.
Well, you're going to see Gray here. So Gray has really progressed. He's learned really how to run routes. Kelsey's taught him really good things. So this is him, Patrick Mahomes, extending plays. And what they do, because teams are trying to stop the run, they do a great job of attacking cover two underneath cover two. So kind of the scheme or what people are trying to do against Patrick Mahomes is take away that big play. Well, what it's turned into is Patrick Mahomes is now extending plays, and he's really working those tight ends. Gray, Kelsey, he'll work those receivers as well. But in that middle of the field, especially when he improvises and extend plays, he throws the ball in front of those safeties who are deep, really trying to prevent the big play. And he'll just carve you up. Now, he's not, what makes him so special is that he wants the big play, but he'll go on those 10, 11, 12 play drives as well. He's very confident in what he does. And these tight ends, obviously we know of Kelsey's greatness, but Gray's a really good tight end too, and he runs really good routes, and he's good after catch too. So the Browns, you have to be aggressive, and they got to not let Patrick Mahomes nickel and dime them down the field. They got to be aggressive, get tight to the line of scrimmage, and take their chances. It's either going to be, do you want to try your best to stop a big play or let him dissect you down the field? I think they try to get after him and see if he can make a big play.
Yeah, the other thing about Mahomes, he's shown the ability to run and beat teams with his legs. All right, number two of the three keys, you have to get Chris Jones blocked, and this one has to be a concern on the interior for the Browns' offensive line.
We can see his first one. The center tries to block back, and he's in the backfield like you can't believe. Then next one, the sack is incredibly impressive because he's the three technique on the bottom. You're going to see him chase down the quarterback. So broken down a lot of defensive tackles. There's some guys that anchor. There's some guys that are pass rush guys. There's some guys who are good against double teams. Chris Jones is as good as it gets. In fact, Chris Jones, I think Aaron Donald's arguably the best defensive tackle of all time. Chris Jones is in that conversation. His ability, his size, his speed, his ability to tackle for a loss. He's a complete menace in the run game. He's a complete menace in pass rush. If you don't get him blocked in the run game, if you don't get him blocked in the pass game, he will absolutely destroy an offensive game plan. He's one of those few guys that you have to, Myles Garrett is another one, you have to account for these guys or they will ruin your game plan. So whatever they're doing, they have to make sure they double him on every play. Don't let him ruin the game. Make somebody else do that.
All right, and the third of the three keys for the Browns against Chiefs, win the hidden yardage. And this is one they just, quite frankly, hadn't been able to do all season. It usually involves special teams.
Well, here's where it's at. So first thing you got here is you got a punt, and people are like, why would a punt be on here? So the ball is caught at the 22-yard line, and obviously they get the ball up to the 45-yard line. So that's 25 yards, right? And that's so big. Now they're going to punt the ball. They cover the ball. Now the opposite team has to go 99 yards. And what hidden yards are to me is it kind of goes back to that luck thing. These are things that no one really sees except for these coaches. These coaches understand that, that punt, catching that ball and getting upfield, it wasn't dramatic, but you're talking from your own 20 to the 45-yard line. That's 25 yards. 25 yet less yards that your offense has to go. Now you're going to make the other team, regardless how good they are, go 99 yards on when they have the ball. So these hidden yards are also what Kansas City. So they have a great quarterback. They play really good defense. But then they do all these little things, these hidden yardage, these not turning the ball over, not having penalties. They do everything right. That's what good football teams do. Again, this isn't luck. This is practice. This is they do it each and every day. Great teams do everything right, and that's what the Chiefs are. They're a great football team because everything is accounted for. The attention to detail is elite.